bum, ba-da-da, ba-da-da-da-da-da-da, ba-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da, ba-da-da-da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da-da-da. I finished my sketchbook. So this time, instead of holding it like I am now, I'm gonna put it in my tripod. And we're gonna see if the lighting is gonna work, because the lighting in my room, it is not good. It is not good at all. Here it is. This is gonna be the second part of the first sketchbook tour. Sketchbook is just the brand that they have at my local art store. It's 110 pages, double-sided, and 220 pages one-sided. We've already seen half of it. Just a couple things. There's nudity in this sketchbook, so if you don't like that, you may not want to watch this. There's also a bit of vent, but I don't believe there's a lot of that in here. In any case, let's look in the sketchbook. I want to say we left off like right after I got out of the hospital. I think this is where we left off. Just like highlighter doodles. Keeping track of art raffle entries and some Skyrim drawings, but I don't really like that one very much. OC stuff. These are some oil pens that I got. I think they're they're kind of weird, but I like them. They're fun. This piece isn't great, but they're fun to play with. Just a weird painting thing. OCs. It was like one of the first like good smiling drawings of Shale I think I did. And this was the drawing I did when I was getting ready to celebrate hitting 1K. I did it before I hit 1K, so it was sort of like preparatory drawing. Spring quarter plans, and just more OC stuff. This is Victor. He looks pretty rough right here. It took me a long time to nail down his design, but I think I like it a lot better now. Not like that. Red Dead 2. I don't know where that came from. That must have... I don't remember who contributed that lovely bit. I posted this one on Instagram. Don't look at that one, because that one is really bad. I posted this one on Instagram, and the actual voice actor for Arthur Morgan posted it on his Instagram story. So I was like really super excited because I love him. More Red Dead characters. And I think this was actually when I hit 1K. Sorry about the shiny pencil. I don't have a lot of filming options right now. That's Micah from Red Dead. I hate him so much. This is probably like one of my favorite spreads in the whole sketchbook. It's just some interactions between Shale and Lonnie, and Shale and mystery person that you will meet later on. But I just like the colors. Really like purple and red together, and the yellow works in well with them. I was kind of surprised. Jairus. This was a redraw of a picture I did in an old sketchbook. And this piece was one of my OC with Evergrey Comics OCs. That's Bram and that's Light. You should definitely check out their Instagram account. They're running a comic on Webtoon and it's really fantastic. So I will link it in the description, as they say. That's also Bram and Light. I think I was trying to do a photo study, but it was kind of meh. And just playing with ideas and more Red Dead characters. I do really, really like Charles. This is a scene I painted and I don't really like the illustration, but I'm really excited to get to it in my comic because I just think it's going to be fun. And little thumbnailing. For some reason I thought maybe I would do mermaid, but that didn't happen. Some Alani and Stan the Waterman. I was so happy when Stan the Waterman videos came out. I miss him. Oh, and this was around the time when the Save Shale hashtag showed up. Made me laugh. Keeping track of more commissioned stuff. And this was a card that I got from Audra Claire. I don't remember what I bought. I bought something from her merch and I got this card and I thought it was really cool. Go away. This is Ash and Victor. I don't draw Ash very often because I'm not super stoked about his design, and also he doesn't show up in Shale's story. He exists in the same universe, but he shows up later on and not at the same time as Shale. So he's kind of like more of a future OC than anything else. Oh, Stan the Waterman. Oh my goodness, it's Stan, Kiki, and Jimmy. I love Kiki Chanel. I've been watching Milton T. Pike ever since Stan the Waterman came out, and I feel like she's my spirit animal. Sort of a sketch that I didn't finish, but I kind of like it. Pain, Shale, I don't like that one so much, but Shale and Mithras. This was when I was doing Mental Health Awareness Month, and around this time in my sketchbook, I drew nothing for like over a month, and this sketchbook has taken me like 9 months to finish or something ridiculous like that. And it's partially because I've been working on my comic and because I've been doing a lot of digital drawing, but also I just haven't been disciplined with it, so I'm hoping to finish my next sketchbook a lot sooner. Where's Stan the Waterman? OCs. At this point, I was just very uninspired to draw anything traditionally, so it gets a little rough from here on out. Here's my very, very intricate designs for the three thugs in the first episode of the comic. Very, very aptly named, I would say. And this is Caius with a different haircut. Just feeling grateful, I think, for all my followers and all that. Blah. This was done with those oil markers, and I do actually really like this one, but since it's sparkly, it's like not easy to photograph, so I didn't ever post it. Just some Shale sketches. I was really not using my sketchbook hardly at all at this point. This was around the time that I started trying to make myself do at least like an hour of work in my sketchbook every day. I was trying to make myself do at least an hour of work in my sketchbook every day. So some studies, Ash again. You guys probably saw this one recently if you follow me on Instagram. This was a drawing I did a couple months ago when a friend of mine committed suicide. I originally planned to paint it, but I just I just kind of abandoned it, but maybe I'll revisit it again sometime. Ooh, these were the song lyrics from a song called I Am by Kothki. And I don't like this page, but I just felt like it was a really fitting song for Shale. Maybe I'll do like a better illustration of him with the song. More studies. This was a colored pencil. Must have covered up something I didn't like. Oh yeah, it was just a badass drawing. And I covered it up with something else that I didn't like. Just like a little quick comic thing. Jarrus and Shale. I really enjoy their character dynamic and I'm excited to show it in the comic. Oh my goodness. These were all Instagram related questions with my OCs. I don't have the original questions, so a lot of these probably don't make that much sense out of context. More Instagram questions, sort of just a page where I stuck a bunch of stuff on. I think this was around the time that I started really using my sketchbook again. Sometimes, like, whenever I need a reset in my sketchbook, I just start painting on it and like close the book, and then I kind of treat that like a okay, I'm gonna try again sort of thing. These were the song lyrics from a song called Chance by Netflix. Ooh, I like this one. This is not gonna work. We need something better. I'm finding a different prop. There. That should work. I really like how this one came out. And it's just a pencil drawing of Shale and Alani. This one I did at, it wasn't the beach, but it was by the river. I was just trying to do some like life drawing sort of thing. More Instagram character questions. I actually have all of these saved in a highlight on my Instagram, so you can check this out if you want to. They're just really rough sketches answering questions about my OCs. This I really like. It turned out really well, I guess. I want to turn it into a larger illustration. I was kind of disappointed that it ended up in my sketchbook, but that's okay. Yeah, I'm hoping to draw it on larger paper and get the same sort of like textures and flow, but I haven't done it yet. We will see. This was when I decided to stop drawing Shale scars with line art around them, and it's gonna look so much better in the comic. This was when I started playing Skyrim again. Got my sparkly paint. This is my character Amara. She's a high elf and a sneaky person, I guess. And this is Amara again. This piece was on my Instagram account. I kind of want to draw more Skyrim fan art just because I really like that game. And here's just a little sweet illustration I never posted. I really need to practice drawing kisses because I can't do them without references. Sort of playing around more with like ink textures. This is Mithras and Shale, and his name is Othnor, but he doesn't show up until close to the end of the story, so no one would recognize him. I was playing with ideas for tattoos for Shale in the second book, or the second webtoon? I don't know. I want him to have like raven wing tattoos. I think it would be fun to draw and just generally fitting. This was another one that I was trying to do like that mushroom illustration, but it didn't turn out as well, and I think a lot of it's because this leg shape is just blah. Action studies, all of the like referenced work I do, it comes from photos off of Pinterest. So yeah, just Pinterest models and that sort of thing. This is a drawing I did of Alani, and I really wanted to turn it into a draw this in your own style, but now I'm trying to make a digital version and I don't like it very well, so I'm not sure if I should paint this or if I should do it as a black and white draw this in your own style or just scrap it. So I don't know. More figure drawing. I haven't been sticking to my 1 hour rule, but I've been every day trying to do warm up that is photo studies that fills at least 1 page. So that's what this is. This was a follower appreciation post. It's free art. It's her, it's Shale. I appreciate her support so very much. This was a drawing I did from a nightmare that I had. It really helps me to like process things if I draw them, so yeah. And I was actually pretty like happy with it for someone who doesn't draw monsters that much. Oh no, the glue came off. I'm gonna have to fix that. There. These were like 1-line drawing sort of studies, so they're a lot rougher, but I do like these two. I'm trying to learn how to really group in the shadows on people and learn how light affects the planes of the face. More figure studies. This was around the time that good friend of our family passed away, so I kind of did a little bit of like venti-ish art because it sucked, but then I tried to draw something more positive. This is Ash again, and another character. Her name is Myrna. I plan to draw her more in the second and third book. She's in Ash's story as well as Shale's. Oops, I missed the page. Oh, it would have been okay to miss this page. Older Victor and Ash, and older Victor and Ash, but I don't like that one that much. And some foreshortening studies that turned out pretty well. These again were just pictures off of Pinterest that I used. More studies, didn't like those so much. This was a redraw. The picture's in this sketchbook. Let me find it. Here it is. So, before and after. Before and after. There's kind of some things that I do like better about this one. Like the proportions on Alani are better in this one, I think. But I do think that the face and the colors are better on this one. So I did improve, but I could have done a little better. This was the quick drawing of Caius. Just a parking ticket. More figure practice. I was kind of looking for some funky poses. Hands, Shale. At least I was supposed to be Shale as a kid, but I needed to practice that a little more. This was another monster from a nightmare that I had. For some reason I was having them more frequently for a little while, but now I'm not, so that's nice. Oh, this is like a quick little comic snippet. Decided I wanted to try to do it traditionally, so it's really messy, but I I do kind of enjoy it. It's just like a lot of like really stark color and stark lines and stuff. So it was fun. It's kind of blah, but I like it. This was a sleepy doodle, I guess. I did it when I couldn't sleep, and I like how it turned out. That's a Lord Scatsbury thing. He used to do YouTube videos. He doesn't upload anymore, but his Skyrim videos are pretty funny. Unique faces. I've been trying to draw what you would call unique or ugly faces, just so that I can work on same face syndrome, and so that kind of have a broader repertoire of how to draw faces. I don't want to just draw the same face every way, since there's so many unique ways to draw a face, so I'm trying to practice like some more extremes so that then I can tone it down and make unique designs for the faces of my characters. This was based on a song called Discipline Equals Freedom. I don't remember who it was by, but I didn't like that so much. And I don't know what this is. I was doing some nude models. Sorry if you don't like the nudity, but that's what I do in this sketchbook. But I do enjoy drawing models that aren't just stick figures. It's a lot more interesting, I think. It's another mushroom lady. I thought about posting her, but I don't really like the composition that much, and her head is too big, so alas, here we are. This was, I was trying to work on some action sort of stuff, because I'm going to be doing that in the comic. So it's Jarrus and Victor and Shale all in a fight. Just general OC pain. I drew Shale with Mithras, so then I had to draw some of my other OCs in distress to balance it out a little bit. This was kind of more unique faces. They're not super off the wall, but I do really like this one. It's silly, but this is probably like one of my favorite drawings in this sketchbook. I just really like how it came out. This is a drawing I did with the concept of Shale's Night Terrors. I really am not sure what to do with it. I transferred it to digital and did it as a digital line art piece, but I'm not super happy with that. I want to color it, but I'm just not really sure how to go about it. So I'm kind of stuck on this one, but hopefully I'll be able to do something with it eventually, because I do like the concept. More Instagram OC questions, all for Shale this time. This is the Ariel show that we're gonna go watch this year, and I'm super excited. It's gonna be really pretty. And lots of hands. I actually do enjoy drawing hands, but it took me a long time to get to that point. If you struggle with drawing hands, the solution is to draw more hands. It's just really the only way to learn. And I do think that it's definitely better to draw from photographs as opposed to drawing from other drawings. I think you do kind of learn more that way, and you avoid accidentally copying other artists' mistakes. The Instagram question, some studies. Taylor Swift's new album came out, and my phone kept notifying me of it, and my mom kept singing it, and I just got so tired of it. Some sort of like eyes was doodling, kind of a young Shale, but not great. And I was doing a drawing of Alani. Didn't really like it, but I needed there to be some color on this page, so my sister and I just sort of scribbled over it until there was color on it. Oh, I like this one. This is a pencil drawing of my Skyrim character. you're not familiar with Skyrim, part of the plot is that there's a civil war going on, and I liked playing with the idea of having a high elf who is usually on one side of the war being on a different side. I liked the concept, and I really like just drawing in pencil. It's fun. And it's fun to try to get different textures. More studies. Shale and Victor.
In what world does that look like, Shale? You dumb.
This was another one that I didn't like because I thought the head's too big. That's one of the biggest problems I've been having with my drawings lately, is getting the heads too big. So I mean, I thought it was alright, but could have been better. It's practicing some female forms. Oh, this was when I got a suggestion to draw my OCs drunk. It was a lot of fun. Shell gets really sad. Jairus gets like kind of happy. And Caius is super giggly and she gets drunk really easily. She can't hold her liquor at all. And Alani gets kind of grouchy. she just gets grouchy. This is a piece that I did of Mithras and Shale and Ayla. She's another character that doesn't show up until toward the end of book 1, but I think I like her. I need to work on her design a bit. This is one that I haven't posted on my Instagram account yet, but I probably will. Now it's some male figure practice. This is an art trade I did with Art of Insomniac Alice. I'm gonna, I'll put her name in the description if you want to check her out on Instagram, but this is her OC, and we kind of had a running joke about our OCs yeeting each other, so we decided to do like a goofy illustration and a more serious illustration. This is her OC, this is Shale, this is her boyfriend. He's not happy. Oh no. More unique faces. This is one of those pages where I actually like all the drawings on it, which is shocking. I did this page after a discussion post on my Instagram that had to do with, what was it about? I can't remember, but it was for, the discussion had to do with the Suicide Awareness Month charity that I'm running on my Instagram. I got a lot of people that were messaging me during that, which was really super cool, but I was also sad because they were just talking about how they've been like mistreated for their mental illnesses and stuff like that, and I just wanted to vent a little bit. I wrote down like everything that I've been told when people were being like rude about, when people reacted poorly to my mental illness or stuff in general. This is stuff that I was told and stuff that other people were told. It helps me to get stuff out on paper. Some hand practice. I wanted to practice wrinkly hands specifically this time. This is the other part of the art trade with Art of Insomniac Alice. This is her OC Celine and Shale. Slightly more serious yeeting. I just really wanted to get this sketchbook done, so I did another one of those pages where I painted and then closed the book, and I did use some fun paints. I have some sparkly watercolors. Those are the ones that kept falling that I was trying to use. These iridescent and pearlescent colors. I love them. I haven't fully figured out how to like use them in serious illustrations though, so I just kind of use them in my sketchbook. That's the end. I am censoring this because some reasons. But finished September 15th. I could show you guys some of this like end stuff, but there's like phone numbers and that sort of thing, so can't really do that. Cubism project. I just kind of like tape stuff in when I'm trying to remember stuff, and when I have appointment cards I tape them in, and just like that sort of thing. So finished September 15th and started December 6th. So as you can see, it took me forever. I'm really happy with this sketchbook. I feel like it's just got a lot of like content in it. I kept it going even though there were a lot of hard times in the middle of keeping it. And I feel like there's been just a lot of growth in a lot of different ways through this sketchbook. So I'm kind of sad to be leaving it, but it's also like, good grief, it's about time. So I'm starting my new sketchbook, and it'll be the same brand as this one because this is my favorite type of sketchbook to use. And I will be filming the sketchbook tour for that when I finish it. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. If you'd like to check out my Instagram, I will have a link for it down below. I'm currently running a comic on Webtoon. It's called The Half-Blood Prince. That's where a lot of these OCs that you've been seeing in here, that's where they live. And I'm having a lot of fun with it. So please check it out if you're interested. I also am running a Patreon where you can get behind the scenes on my comic and speed paint sort of videos for my comic pages. I'm hoping to expand my Patreon after this month is over, after I'm done running this charity event. And then maybe I'll be giving out like postcards or free art and just some more behind the scenes. But if you guys have suggestions for any art related videos you want me to film, or any Patreon type rewards, please let me know, because I don't really know what I'm doing, so that would be super appreciated. So yeah, I don't really know how to end this, so I just keep rambling on and on, so I'm just gonna say thank you and goodbye. Oh dear. I don't know how I'm gonna shelve this, especially just with one hand. That doesn't work. Okay. Alright. Now it is shelved with the rest of the sketchbooks. Be happy in your new home. Hulda's not here anymore, so it'll be okay. Bye, my sweet friend. Goodbye. Wow, that was a lot louder than it needed to be.